Hey guys, and welcome back to Old Guy Farmer's Single Player Challenge. This is day 32. This is summer, day 2, year 2. So let's go ahead and jump on in. I don't think we need to make any changes, so we'll just play with what we got. So the first thing we want to do when we get in here, hey Tyler, how you doing? First thing we want to do when we get in here is check our sheep prices. Like I said, I've said in previous streams, we want to kind of keep track of what our sheep prices look like in year 2, so we can have a general idea of what our sheep are going to look like in year 3. Let's go ahead and jump on over here and check them out. So they're $43.60 today. They're going down a little bit. They were $47.60 yesterday. So that's helpful to know. Let's go ahead and clean up. In the previous game day, we fertilized all of our fields, so we are now at level 3 fertilization on all of our fields. Also yesterday we had 1 3/4 bale or pallets of wool, and yesterday it looks like we've gotten maybe 2 bales made up. Let's take a look at that. Just trying to anticipate how much our wool production is going to be. It's more like we probably made 1 bale of wool yesterday. So I'm just trying to figure out how much our wool production is going to be over the course of the summer, just to see what the merit may be in keeping our sheep over the summer months. So yesterday we were up here logging, and we're going to do that some more. Really wanting our grass to grow a wee bit more before we start harvesting it. We also probably should tend to our greenhouses at some point in time today. We have done a pretty significant number on this area up here. So I guess I'll just park the truck over here for now. We've got 3 nice piles of sawdust, or wood chips. We did put the sawdust in mod yesterday. We gotta decide where we're gonna pile up all these logs. I guess we could just pile them up right here. So how you doing, Tyler? How's your day been? We're going to try to do all of our log cutting here so we can pile up our wood chips like we did yesterday. That'll make collecting the chips easier when we do get around to picking them up. Should we waste our time with these trees? I think we'll just move on. Take these other trees out. Hey Jonathan, how you doing? Well, I said I was going to leave these in, but I think I'll just take them out. They're kind of in the way if we're driving back and forth. Hey, Northeast videos, Northeast Rail videos, how you doing? Oh, you're not late. Don't worry about it. Oh no. There we go. You never tipped this thing over. That was the first. There we go. Come on. Let's get this thing drugged back where we got our chip pile. Well, that's very kind of you to have that kind of dedication to watching this this craziness. Come on, let go. There we go. I don't think I'd be that dedicated to come watch myself. What you want to cut? Let's come at it from a different angle, I guess. Let's cut this one. Start another pile here. Hello, Farming Fanatic. How you doing? Welcome back. It's day 2 of summer, and we are still waiting for our grass to grow. As you can see, we added the sawdust mod in. Initially, I had balked at the sawdust mod, and I figured that was going to be a waste of time. But then I came up with a strategy to pick it up quickly that won't cost too much extra. So we're going to go ahead and see how much money we can make off of it. But to be really efficient with our sawdust, we want to turn the wrong way. We want to kind of pile it up, so we don't have to run all over the place to get it. So for those that have not seen the previous stream, day 30, it was determined that we could go ahead and update the Seasons mod in order to take advantage of the fixes that were in version 1.1. So we are now running 1.1. I guess the biggest notable change that we're going to see right away is that our maintenance is only required annually now. So what we used to have to maintain every 12 days, we now can maintain every 24 days. I think the competition is going good. I'd like to get to mowing. We haven't been able to mow any grass yet this year. Just in the last stream, we fertilized our fields. So all of our fields are now in stage 3 to maximize our grass yield. I am hoping that we have a growth stage tonight, and that will put our grass at a state where I can start mowing and baling and not feel that I'm getting not enough output. The instant we start baling, we're going to get rid of the Scorpion King and probably get rid of the log trailer and the stump grinder. because I plan on, once we start baling, to not stop baling until winter comes. And the interesting aspect of the add of 1.1 and the fact that we only need to do annual maintenance now is that for people that are not keeping a hold of equipment for a year, basically means we don't have to maintain it at all. So if I ditch this this Scorpion King, let's say I buy this. Well, let's talk about the baler and the mowers that I'm going to buy. So the mower we buy, I'm going to get all that from somewhere else. So I'm just looking around for some decent trees. The mower we buy, we're only going to keep for the duration of summer and autumn. That's less than 24 days. So there's really no need to do maintenance, as far as I'm concerned. We're going to sell it back once we're done, once winter hits. Hey Mark, how you doing? So where we used to have to pay for maintenance on things, we're not going to do that now, because we're not going to own very much for an entire year. Probably about the only thing we're going to own throughout the entire year is that Massey Ferguson tractor and the Mack truck on the and the bale trailer. Everything else we will probably be ditching as soon as the season transitions to the point where it's no longer usable on a daily basis. So that should help us out, because this Scorpion King is an insane to maintain compared to all of our other equipment. How you doing, Midnight Wolf? That's an excellent idea for a mod that Forge Wagon that picks up wood chips. Wouldn't be hard to make at all. It would probably be frowned upon in the challenge, simply because it's doubtful that legit forge wagons could do wood chips, or would do wood chips. We will do hopefully a second cut of the grass. We're going to cut grass as early as I think we can get a decent yield off, and we're going to work our way around all of our fields, and when we finish the last field with the first cut, we're going to start on the second field, or we're basically going to start on the second cut back on the same fields where we started the first cut on, and keep working around till winter. Hey Ed, how you doing? I was just telling everybody that I'm hoping, oh no, let's just drive on our logs. Told everybody that I was hoping that we'd be able to mow tomorrow. I want the grass to go to one more growth state. Right now it's at the first harvest level, but I think we'll hopefully advance to the next growth state. If not, we may start mowing anyway, because it'll be the middle of summer. If we don't get things started, we're never going to get finished. For those that didn't catch also again, for those that didn't catch the stream earlier today, it was ruled that we could add 1.1, the season's update. So we added that in. I also added the sawdust mod, as you can see in here, but I'm trying my darndest to make large piles so that when we do get around to collecting our sawdust, it's much easier and much faster than driving all over the place. Some may think it's a bug that the Scorpion King does not put sawdust down when he cuts the tree. But in my eyes, that's a perk, because I don't have to worry about little bits of sawdust all over. And we're not going to bother with grinding any of these stumps, so I don't have to worry about sawdust from the stump grinder. Great demand for potatoes. Mark's still here. I bet you he's wishing that he had great demand for the potatoes. It appears that potatoes are a part of his strategy. The sawdust crashes your game out? Is that what you're saying? Or just your game starts to crash now whenever you save? Oh, really? Seasons mod. Did you add any of the geo things? You don't have multiple geos selected, do you? I don't know. Do you get anything in the air log? Oh, serious? What is this? There we go. Out. So also something of interest for those watching, I saw a video, or started watching a video earlier, then I decided that I needed to get to streaming, where Old Guy Farmer is not content to have just one challenge going, or two challenges going actually. He's initiated a third challenge. This one on Mountain Valley Farms. He's calling it the Redonkulously Extra Hard Mode. This challenge is available to people who stream or do not stream. Apparently there is a select list of mods that you would download, and you're free to use any in-game piece of equipment or tractor, but if it's a mod, it can only be one of the mods that are in the approved mod list. Basically, it's 12-day seasons, 15 times speed, with the Midwest Geo pack added. Everything manual. The no teleport mod is added, so there will be no auto load. There will be no jumping, tabbing from one vehicle to the next. And since you, for example, since you start out with no equipment, you're going to have to buy your equipment and then walk to the shop to pick it up. Additionally, there's no free trees, so you're only allowed to cut trees down on land that you own. So if you completely clear the forest on the top of the hill and you still want to cut trees, then you're going to have to buy land down around the inner ring to cut any trees down. So that's intriguing and it looks interesting. I haven't watched the whole stream to understand all of the terms. I assume it's just 1 year. And there's nothing up for grabs other than bragging rights to say that you completed it. It's actually remarkably similar to something that I was going to do on my own on Mountain Valley Farms. I was going to do it the old school way with log forks. Can you believe it? The new log trailer that came out today. It's called a turntable log trailer, but really it's just a dolly log trailer. I'm thinking that pile is big enough. We can probably start another pile somewhere. I'm thinking about holding on to the sawdust until we get a great demand. Because we're going to have to lease a tipper or buy a tipper because we don't have a tipper. That's the way the log went. Go. Hey Jimmy, how you doing? Just practicing our clear cutting exercises. We're actually probably going to only cut down a few more trees. We're probably only going to cut till about 2 o'clock because we need to tend to our greenhouses today, and we also need to transport all of our logs. We haven't run a mission recently, so we should probably try to run a mission. You can get some... Oh no, what are we caught on? Well, you can get some more information over at the Old Guy Farmer's the Old Guy Farmer's channel. He does have a link in the video to a Dropbox link to get the approved mods in the map. I think what will be the biggest challenge to a lot of people is the no tabbing and no teleporting, no jumping from place to place. Now this is a mound of sawdust, that's for sure. Yeah, we're gonna lease a tipper at some point to pick this sawdust up. We're also gonna lease a another fine piece of machinery to aid in the picking of this up. I plan on waiting until a great demand comes for it, you know, so that we can make multiple trips and don't have our price drop. After this tree's done cutting, we'll take a look at the price. Yesterday, wood chips was $100. Today, wood chips are $101, and they're going down. So I don't think we're going to make a great fortune off of that. Alright, we're going to first potatoes, now corn. Lots of great demands today. Right, we're going to park our affectionately named Billy Goat up here. King of the Hill. Let's run over here to our log trailer. Start loading her up. Oh, you're talking about the other challenge. Right, we're on our left side. And I'm on the right side. I feel like an idiot. Let's go back here and unload these. And see, do I have any modded tippers in here? So we got this little tipper here. Holds 14,000 units. It's $500 an hour. It's not bad. I don't know if the loading wall adds additional capacity to that one. Then we've got like this one, 21,000 units. But it's a bit more expensive to lease. Like I said, if we get it during a great demand, then it's just the time really to run around and pick them up and to transport it. Of course, that one log would be jacked. There we go. Alright. Let that log fall off. Restack. Excellent. That's an excellent load. So I've got a mind to use a the Pottinger Universal Autoloader to pick up the wood chips. I'll just have to use the tractor. I'm pretty sure the Massey Ferguson can run it. The Massey Ferguson doesn't have front 3-point hookups, so we'll just have to hook it up to the back and back into the load and just shoot it into the tipper. And then, of course, use this truck to transport it over here to the sawmill. The Pottinger Autoloader should fill up that tipper probably in about in less than a minute. So we should be able to fill up fairly quickly. And then all we have is our transport down here and back. But for me, the biggest question is how much wood chips are in those piles. You know, if we end up making 5 trips with the smaller Massey Ferguson tipper, would one of the bigger tippers where we make less trips be worth the time savings? Let's tab in and slow these guys down. The fuel trailer, I don't know what fuel truck. We did buy, actually we leased. It's kind of an experiment. I want to see. We leased the new fuel maintenance trailer that came out today. We leased that in yesterday's game day. The lease costs were a bit more than I was expecting. So I want to kind of experiment and see what the lease costs are today on that. And if the lease costs are still higher than I'm expecting them to be, then we're going to return it. And we'll buy it up at some other time. Alright, just like earlier, we're going to climb the mountain. We're going to go this way this time. Alright. We've got 5 piles of sawdust here. Oh yeah, we've I think we've refueled this already. We don't want to get stuck. I think we fueled this up maybe 3 game days ago, maybe 4 game days ago. Alright, let's see. Can we pick this up or is it too heavy? It's too heavy. There we go. Let's go back to the left side. Alright, switch, let's unload, reload, settle in a little bit. Why did you even come up that way? Alright. Well, that took longer than I wanted, but at any rate, let's see if we can slam on the brakes and slide this log. This log is always wanting to load back there. Let's see if we can. We should be able to get him to slide forward on this little downhill. Almost. Alright. Stop auto-loading. Alright. Take this load down. We got rain coming. Let's check the forecast. Maybe check that for a bit. Oh, look at that. We got rain 3 days in autumn. So far it looks like we're gonna have a really wet autumn. I don't quite feel brave enough to run a full load of logs down the mountain like we fly up it. So while that's selling, let's take a look at at our lease costs. Where are they at? Vehicle leasing costs. Okay, we don't have anything there yet. I guess we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see what our leasing costs are. But this is what we leased. We leased this, which has a leasing cost of $170 per day and $852 per operating hour. I don't plan on hooking up to it at all today, so we should only incur $182 worth of lease charges, and that's what I want to check. If we incur a lot more than $182 worth of lease charges, then we're getting charged something different than I'm expecting to get charged, and we'll need to return that thing. Luckily, I haven't put any fuel in it yet, so I won't be losing anything. Climb the hill. Here and do a little spin. So far, these are loading up really nice. Alright. That's a nice load. Take this on over to the sell point. I'm wondering if we can break. I don't think we can break 200,000 or 2 million today. That'd be nice, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. But that'll be a little goal, is to break 2 million today. This load should get us over 1.9 million. Hey boy, that you're a gamer. That's quite a mouthful there. I think we're probably going to be about 50,000 shy of our $2 million if we get that close to it. The rain is coming. The lights just came on. What we get for this load. 1.9. Alright. That was $31,000. That load of logs. So we're going to run down and see if we can't run a mission on field 22. Then we'll run up here and pick up the rest of the logs. Actually, while we're down there at field 22, we'll run across the street and do our greenhouse work. Hey GTX, how you doing? We were just talking about your wonderful maintenance trailer. I got a little bit more lease costs than I was expecting on it yesterday, so I'm kind of curious as to what our lease cost will be today on it. We've not hooked up to it at all today, so I'm expecting it should just be $182 if I understand how leasing rates work. $1,300. I'd rather not tab everything, but you know what? Let's see what this one's going to give us. Alright, we're going to run the other one. We're going to run this one. Oh, are you kidding me? We got a giant tractor with duals front and back for this fertilizer sprayer. That's pretty funny. Mobile wash. Well, you'd have to be a bigger trailer. You'd have to have a. Now that would be an interesting enhancement to. We don't need an offset. What are we doing? To put a water tank on it that you had to fill with water, and then you only had so many seconds of power wash to get your thing clean. That would be That would be real interesting to do. Because you have to put fuel in it. You have to buy the fuel to put in it to then refuel your tractor. So if it did have the ability to wash your equipment, then along those same lines you would need to fill it with water and then take it and use it. Oh, that is sweet. I think about the only thing I could think of that would enhance it would be the to refuel. You have to actually grab the fuel hose, the fuel nozzle, like a hand tool, like your chainsaw. That would be cool, but it'd probably be hard to animate the hose unwinding and stuff. But the way the light on the back and on the side light up when you open the back up, and the way the other side light comes on when you start the generator to run the fuel pump, that's all pretty slick. So we're going to search this. Oh. I'll look at that later. Well, if it's a Farmer Andy mod, we know it's going to be good quality. We know it's going to work. Just have to wait for, just have to be patient, I guess. Because pretty much all of these guys, including GTX here, do this modding on their own time out of the basically just for the pleasure of their own personal pleasure and wanting to give back. So you know, you can't be pushing them too hard. Now, I don't know if anyone in chat really I've never fully understood. I've heard that washing is supposed to lower your maintenance, but I don't understand if it lowers your daily or if it lowers your Alt-R maintenance. Does do you know, Andy, if it what it lowers, or if that's just a pure rumor and it doesn't really do anything to lower things? It's just a visual thing. Let's see if we can pull up beside one of these. And all right, yep, our manure is down to 12%. We're going to want to fill these up. Here's another wonderful GTX mod. The water trailer here. Come on. I think we're going to need to fill this water tank up. Oh, I'm awful. Gaming is life. This is a single player stream. We're not going to be able to go in multiplayer. Simply because this is a challenge that is single player. Yeah, I've heard that the Hofbergman map is being I don't know if it's being redone or if it's just being enhanced with seasons support. There are a lot of really cool innovations in that map. We lost our decals. I'm gonna go add more water. And this time I will try my darndest not to run into the water and lose the truck. No! That's what I did last time. Oh, we're gonna lose the truck. We lost the truck. How embarrassing. Utterly embarrassing. I really like the way the chickens are done on Hofbergman, or at least that's how I'm pronouncing it, with respect to the you've got to feed and water the chickens and you get crates of eggs. The two cow pastures or cow meadows are unique also. There's lots of unique innovations on that map, even in the current iteration. All right, let's try not to come at it at such a sharp angle. There we go. What you playing on? I am playing on a PC. This is a Goldcrest Valley edit that old guy Farmer did. This is a single player challenge where we're playing with seasons. And I didn't even notice that these ladders flip down until Duck Zorley did his review of the pack. But that's pretty awesome there. This is a single player challenge with seasons. We're playing 6-day seasons at 15 times speed, and we have 3 years to earn as much money as possible. So that's what we're doing here. Let's climb up out of here. let's figure out where we were. I think we were down 3. We did that one already. There, we did that one. Alright, now we're back to where we need to be. So we're earning about 25,000 off of our greenhouses every day. I don't think we're going to add any more greenhouses simply because of the amount of time it takes to care for them. At 15 times speed, it ends up taking about 2 hours, I think, to tend to all of these. You should see it with it when it's full of milk. I think there's a bit of a Easter egg if you fill this thing with slurry, if I remember right. Well, Sean, I'm only going to stream during the day on special occasions. Welcome back to the squad. Do I watch the Scotty? I do not. That'll be exciting. That console users will be able to get the cool little custom decal work. Or no? The squad, the trailer here is one of the many mods that GTX puts out, or has put out. The new fuel repair tank trailer that came out today is one. He's got, I think the AR pack, isn't that console? That's GTX. Go. Load up. All right, let's do a little first-person work here. Always end up pulling too far in. full now? I guess so. You can see how long it takes to tend to these greenhouses. Hey, oh shoot. Hey Jamie, how you doing? When it gets dark pretty quick. We were at the first domed greenhouse, I remember. Right. Just a few more. I wish this thing had a bit more lights on it. Looks like it should have. It does have top lights, but they must be aimed way low or something, because they're not shooting out there very far. I think we filled that one, right? This one's the one that's partial. That is correct, Bengal. All right. Man, are we going to get these done before midnight? That's the question. I'm definitely not working past midnight. We're going to fast forward time before we hit midnight. The only question is, are we going to get the greenhouses that are on the back done? That one's not quite full, but we'll only get that one if we can get the other 3 done. A little rough through here. All right. We got one eye on that clock up there, that's for sure. I don't know if we're going to get it in 10 game minutes, which is insanely short. Save and all in. All in. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I missed it. Well. Alright, vehicle leasing costs $175. Okay, that's appropriate. Vehicle running costs $808. That's nice. So I guess we will fill this up. Fill that other greenhouse up. Might as well take the telehandler over to the farm and wash it up. Don't have anything better to do, right? Let's see here. We got 100. We got 22 eggs. We could get some eggs, take them to the coop. All right, so let's take a look. Vehicle running costs $809. Leasing costs, that's much better. Animal upkeep, property maintenance, $28,600 in property income from our greenhouses. Field job income, other, that's buying our manure. So, you know, we spend $1,000 on manure and we make $28,000. I think that's a fair trade, right? We can also take a look and see if we had any grass growth. I sure am hoping we did. So we're 70, 80, 87,000, no, 77,000 maybe. I guess it's 87,000 short of our $2 million that we were kind of shooting for. Yes, I did. So here's the wonderful new GTX orange and yellow trailer. I said it's so awful looking, it's great. Based on the colors that I put in. So we missed our fast forward time window, so we're just going to clean up and do some general things around. Yeah, I painted them yellow and did the orange. I figured, you know, if it's carrying fuel, it needs to be bright so people don't run into it and bust things up. Let's get our eggs picked up. Let's go ahead and clean our sheep area up. I saw your video, Old Guy Farmer, on the redonkulous challenge. I was commenting earlier that you weren't satisfied with two challenges going on at the same time. So you had to go and start another one. What am I doing? Let's go ahead and hook this thing up and see if we can't fill it up. I don't know how much fuel this thing holds. Park it over here. You get out here, you go over here, you hit M to start it. See, we got exhaust and everything running. We got a gauge here telling us how much fuel we got in it. We start the fuel pump up, it lights up that side. Now we can fill up. Gotta go over here and shut her down. And now if we back up to it, we can't fill it up because it's turned off. Well, I saw it and I was thinking, as I was watching some of the video, I was thinking that's rather similar to how I was going to play the map anyway. In fact, I had already recorded a little intro video where I had the Massey 660. I guess it's a 660. Except I used the one with the cab. I had the exact same log forks. I got the turntable trailer though, that new turntable trailer. I was going to use that. You know, I forgot to look for the grass growth. Guess we'll have to look at that when the sun comes up. We're going to go here and get in our truck and run down and sell some eggs. It's been several game days since we sold any eggs. Go a little off-roading here. Alright, I had the game crash once on me when I sold eggs. Not on this map, on a different map, but 1014 for some chicken eggs. Whoa, he jackknifed. I thought I saved it, but we went and jacked the other way. Might as well wait on the train. While we're waiting on the train, let's check this out. So it's still the light blue color. So I guess the growth hasn't changed any. But I am itching to start mowing. I'm about done with this logging. That's not grown any. Oh, I had logs down here? I didn't even know I had logs. I must have lost these on a load. Alright. Enjoy. Have lovely dreams of me earning $2 million for tomorrow. See my nice mound of sawdust here. Try to figure out how I can get these logs in the trailer. There we go. Let's not roll it now. Well, you do have 200 cows now, and basically you're going to be spending 3/4 of your time caring for your cattle, but they'll give you a steady income of milk, that's for sure. Well, there's a log right there. Might as well pick you up. Wonder what other logs we'll find just scattered around. Chocolate milk. So Sean, the two challenges are this this challenge here, the single player, 3 years on Old Guy Farmer's Old Guy Farms map, which is an edited Goldcrest Valley. Then he's involved in a multiplayer challenge over on oh, I forget the name. It starts with a G. But it's a multiplayer challenge. I think that's 12-day seasons, 5 times speed, 1 year. And then he just put a video up today of a the third challenge, which is to play super hard ridiculous mode on his Mountain Valley map, where you have a select list of mods that you can use. There's no auto loading of any sort other than the in-game auto load bale trailers, you know, the bale stackers. Mountain Valley is the map where you start with no fields. You have to cut down logs to clear an area to plow up your own field. There are no fields that you can do missions on. You start with 0 equipment. You don't even have a pickup truck. You're required to use seasons, and it's 12 days at 15x speed. It's other interesting information. You use the Midwest Geomod, and you also use the no teleport mod. So there will be no jumping, no tabbing into vehicles. If you want to switch vehicles, you basically have to walk to the other vehicle or drive there. Since you start with no equipment, then that also means that you have to walk to the store to get your first piece of equipment, because you just can't teleport down to the store. Alright, so we're not going to reach our $2 million goal for the night. I'm not sure if I want to mow right now. I don't know at what stage we, let's turn you off. I don't know at what stage we mowed grass at. In autumn, where we had fairly decent output. I would like to mow this stuff at full growth, but if we're not going to get full growth until the absolute end of summer, then did we waste too much time waiting for the full growth, and therefore we can't even get one full cut off of all of our fields? That would be completely wasted. So I guess we'll maybe play it by ear. Maybe we'll log one more day, and if whatever growth we have starting tomorrow, we will, or day 4, let's say, we will definitely sell logging stuff and buy the baling stuff by that point. So, thank you guys for coming out. We're going to pick up these little bit of eggs that we got here. Let's go up and check our sheep price. So our sheep are $36.40 today. All right, let me write that down. $36.40 for summer day 3. So another thing is, close that gate out. Should we buy more sheep? If we do buy more sheep, how many should we get? Should we get another 96 sheep once they bottom out of price? And carry a whole ton of sheep throughout autumn and winter? And get major productivity out of them in spring and summer. So up there we see the new wet crop icon. The plants and the raindrops. So it looks like we're going to be logging in the rain. Day 4, 5, and 6 are sunny, so I think we should start mowing day 4, no matter what. See how much baling we can get done in those 3 days before we have all that rain. So we're going to save. Hey Bob, we're actually closing out of the stream. I'm so sorry that you just showed up, and we're ending. But we'll be back tomorrow around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Eastern U.S. Time. I think that's -5 GMT. So when we come back, tomorrow we'll be doing our final day of logging, guaranteed. No matter what happens, we will be baling and mowing on the 4th day of summer. So until then, happy farming.